at home watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Parody and Blue's second online show of this crazy fall pandemic season. We're so glad that you're tuning in to hear 10 amazing women do all their stuff. Oh shit, I gotta mute myself. Good call. All right. Live fun technology. All right. We have an amazing show tonight designed to get you excited about volunteering for campaigns, whether it's Joe Biden or a Senate or a House race or even a state legislature race, if that's your bag. Maybe you got a fun local election. It's all good. And hopefully we're going to cheer you up after what's been kind of a crappy last few days. Yeah. All right. So before we get started tonight, I just want to give a few minutes for everyone to get into the stream. I just want to remind you that the artists tonight have worked very, very hard on their videos or their stand-up. It takes a lot to do these, and they really could use your support. So if you are so inclined, please, we suggest a donation of $10. The information on where to send it should be coming down to the screen. Anytime. There we go. All right. So Venmo to @Jennifer-Ambler or paypal.me/Jennifer-Ambler. Don't click that it's for goods and services because then they'll charge fees. And if you're here to support a particular performer, make sure you put their name in the memo so I know who to give credit to. They do earn based on how much ticket sales they generate. Be aware there are 2 Marissas in the show. So if you are here for one Marissa or the other, please put a last initial or an otherwise indicate so I know which Marissa, because there are 2. Everyone else is just the first name should be fine. Cool. So we will put that up again periodically throughout the show. But yeah, we got a really great show for you tonight. So let's jump into it. All right. So the first video is going to be mine. So if you've talked to me about politics for maybe 5 minutes, you know I really, really hate the Electoral College. I'm sure a lot of you agree. I have lived in both swing states and blue states. I am from Florida originally. I was there during 2000. That was fun. But yeah, I've lived in New York for 10 years now, in the anarchist city of New York, where I, am terrified for my life every day while I calmly go to the park and exercise and then go get an ice cream at the bodega afterwards to reward myself because there's no anarchy here anyway. Yeah, but now that I've lived in a blue state for 10 years, I kind of feel really unimportant. Like my vote doesn't matter anymore and I get very frustrated. And I bet a lot of you out there in blue states feel the same way. So I made a little song to kind of pump us up about the Electoral College. So let's take a look.
Election day is coming, and according to the polls, Biden has a huge lead in the country as a whole. But listen, my dear Democrats, before you start to gloat, we can't get rid of Donald Trump without electoral votes. Joe may win 3 million more, he might really run up the score. Massachusetts and New York will be blue-soaked. But that will do no good, even if you wish it would, and Joe Biden will just end up a footnote. You may see his lead increased, winning big in the Northeast, and Trump's vote share in Manhattan is a joke. But we can't excise the toxin if we don't win in Wisconsin. We can't get rid of Donald Trump without electoral votes. The West Coast is so pretty, with so many liberal cities. Trump's ratings are quite shitty in the whole Pacific Zone. Nobody there likes him, they despise him and describe him as the human model of a kidney stone. He's not welcome to come disco with the gays in San Francisco. They'd likely sooner nominate a goat. But if they want their say to matter, then they should move to Nevada, cause we can't get rid of Donald Trump without electoral votes. You may hang on Twitter or on Facebook time you fritter and see nothing much with people who agree. You rant and scream and cry, saying, who supports this guy? It's just Biden peeps far as the eye can see. You don't see how Trump can win, his support seems awfully thin. The chances he'll prevail seem so remote. But we'll continue with this mania if we don't win Pennsylvania. We can't get rid of Donald Trump without electoral votes. So if where you're residing is going hard for Biden, what now is the message that I sing? Yes, it's still quite valid for you to cast your ballot, but your vote is not the most important thing. I'll stand right up and cheer if you were to volunteer. I promise helping out will leave you stoked. So be an awesome citizen and help us win back Michigan, because we can't get rid of Donald Trump without electoral votes. Dems, can ya hear me? To get up the Donald, to really rout the Donald. Have no doubt the Donald is toast. You don't want to seem just like in 2016. We truly have to win electoral votes.
All right. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Little trivia. So that is a parody song of something. There are two potential answers. If I said, what song is that a parody of? There's one that's like 80% correct, and there's one that's 100% correct. I'm really curious if any of these super musical theater nerds in the audience know exactly what song I parodied there, because I think most would guess the more obvious one. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Electoral College. It sucks. If you hate the Electoral College, please check out the National Popular Vote Compact, which is a great way to get rid of it. If you live in a blue state or red state and feel like your vote doesn't matter, please check out the National Popular Vote Compact so we can get rid of the Electoral College. And if you live in a swing state and you like to feel, really important, but you're really sick of the fact that every 4 years, everybody just calls you and texts you and sends you mail and your TV is nothing but ads because you live in one of the 10 important states. Well, if you get your state to pass the National Popular Vote Compact, then people will leave you alone. So if you want to be left alone, I get it passed. All right, moving on to our next performers. We have a duo. We have Amy and Maddie. And they are known as the Aya Bubbas. I can't spell that. You might should put that in the chat, ladies, so just people can find your channel.
Yes, it's the Aya Bubbas because they're both from Maine. Anyone who's not from Maine would probably not know that, but that's how old people end their sentences.
Oh, it's like I've seen that on like what is it I don't know if it's Murder, She Wrote or like TV shows that stereotypically take place in Maine. They're like Aya.
Of course.
They never get it right.
Are you guys in Maine right now, or?
No, I'm actually in Chicago, and Amy's in Massachusetts right now for school.
All right, fun. Blue state still. All right. Cool. All right. So what you girls got for us?
Today we have a song for you called "I Must Say Joe," and for again, you musical theater nerds may know what that's a parody of.
Awesome. Okay, let's see it.
So, girly, who you think you're voting for?
Well, I don't know. It's hard when they're both such creepos.
Well, we can't just go around electing anyone who wants the seat.
You're darn tootin'.
It's hard to think I'm choosing between two white hetero men. I know one's just as evil as Hades. In the coop they never listen to the bright, intelligent hens. And they're both touchy toward the ladies. I don't wanna choose between these guys, but a woman will rule if Joe dies. I'm just a girl who can't say Joe, though he's the blue nominee. Then I remember his gross foe, and I'm ready to agree.
Though he's getting old and dated, he doesn't threaten warfare with his tweets. If he's voted into office, he'll pick the new Supreme Court seat. Trump has cut education funds every year since he's won. Thinks private schools are more fun once teachers carrying guns. I must say, Joe.
What you gonna vote when there's bad healthcare and the rich don't play fair? What you gonna vote?
Trump sure is dreamy, saying women are slobs and dogs and hogs. What you gonna vote?
Trump said the blood's coming out of her eyes, coming out of her thick thighs. What you gonna vote when he loves women so? Vote for Joe!
I'm just a girl who must say Joe, though I wanted burn or Liz.
Joe might not be the perfect guy, but Trump's even less of a whiz.
I know Biden's certainly no dream. At least he's not obsessed with some big wall.
You're voting for Joe's Avengers team, while Trump will make America full.
Trump hates POCs and immigrants,
but they help the economy grow.
What does Trump even know?
Barely The Apprentice show.
I must vote Joe.
All right, girls, that was so great. Such a feat to pull off the not in the same place.
Oh, were you convinced? We were both in the outdoors, so hope we tricked you.
Yes, it's like, oh, but they never appear in the same shot.
We're the same person.
Oh, no. All right, yeah, so that was a parody of course, I Can't Say No. Awesome. Yeah, some people guessed the 80% obvious for mine. Sorry, I'm taking her. I'm taking over. Which, yes, you can succeed on Broadway if you don't have any Jews, but I actually didn't use that particular one. There's another version of that song for the British version, because no one gets the jokes about Jews on the West End, apparently. So that I used the British version, which is you won't succeed in showbiz if you don't have any stars. Because I just didn't fit my aesthetic to have the Hava Nagila play during it. So yeah, that was fun. Awesome musical theater nerd. So we're gonna see you two later for your original song, which I'm very excited about. So hang tight and we'll see you soon. All right, up next we have Talia. Hey, oh, you're muted.
So sorry. I was laughing and everyone's here, so I have to keep myself muted. Yes.
Awesome. How are you, Talia?
I'm great. Happy fall.
Yes, it's so cool now. Where are you?
I am in New York City.
In anarchist New York City.
Yes. Wait, why not? Yeah.
Is your street burning?
It's burning with leaves falling from the trees. Absolutely.
All right. Well, so why don't you go ahead and set up your first song for us? I love this. This is so good.
So this is kind of a throwback way back many years ago. I was a Senate page for the state of South Carolina. So it's kind of like a throwback to that. But this is about how many seats we need in the Senate to flip the Senate. So basically, Democrats have control of the House. They need more seats to get control of the Senate. So that way you can kind of balance out these three tiers of government and all that fun stuff. So hopefully you know, we can learn something, but also dance during this.
Yes. And that just got a lot more important to get the Senate back, because if we don't get the Senate back, then we're going to enjoy this really lovely 6-3 Republican court majority, and there won't be anything we can do about it. And Mitch McConnell will still be in charge, and we'll have to see his ugly turtle face. Okay, well, let's see Talia's awesome dancey song.
Thank you for joining us on this tour of Congress. Come on in. Come on in. Close the door.
If we had 4 more seats, we would have majority in the Senate. Just imagine controlling the House and the Senate, no matter what happens in November. No And how could it be? How even are we without constituents? As long as we stay away from lobbyists, there's no need to let corporations overrule. Remember living in a surplus back in the 90s. Since then, 2 recessions, pandemics, we need to stop treating the country like reality TV. We gotta educate ourselves. If we had 4 more seats, we would have majority in the Senate. Bills could become laws, iron out our country's flaws, create more at-home PPE production jobs. Y'all marching for some change, tired of the same old thing. But first there are some things we need to relearn if we want about face from this administration. Then there are some bills that need to pass. The Senate has 3 classes. Class 2 has 30 seats. Up for re-election for the 117. Check and see. Your state may be one of the toss-ups. Help us flip those seats. If we had 4 more seats, we would have majority in the Senate. Maine, Montana, North Carolina, Iowa, Georgia, Colorado, Arizona. We need your support. If we had 4 more seats, we would have majority in the Senate. Each term is for 6 years. Need a strong legislative to balance out these branches. Don't delay. Register to vote today. If we had 4 more seats, we would have majority in the Senate. In the Senate, imagine controlling the House and the Senate, no matter what happens in November. If we had 4 more seats, we would have majority in the Senate.
Well, that concludes our tour of Congress. Have a great day.
Yeah! That was so fun. Oh God, we talked about this. I was a Senate intern as well. I remember giving tours of the Capitol. That's kind of my job when I interned for poor Senator Bill Nelson back in. Apparently, I don't know which one, Amy or Matt, was also a Senate page for Susan Collins. We just got a lot of Senate people on this show tonight.
Look at that.
All right, that was so great, Talia. Thank you. We're gonna see you later for your other super awesome song.
I'll see you later.
See you later. All right, we're gonna bring on Susanna.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Susanna?
I'm good.
Where are you?
All set up. I'm at work.
You're at work.
Well, I just got off of work. I have someone covering me at the desk. We're all good.
Yes, we wouldn't. I really wouldn't want you to get fired over doing a show. That would not be good. Awesome. Okay, so what have you got for us?
Well, I have got. So the Chicks were in the news with their name, formerly the Dixie Chicks, and this number is about how people push to register to vote, and they talk about some of the more high-profile elections and national elections, but local elections, and some more specific to your state, really get the ball rolling for a lot of beginner politicians, and that's really where the change starts.
Absolutely. Definitely. All right, let's see it.
Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? That friend who doesn't want to make a fuss or speak out. It's not just that she doesn't want to rock the boat. Once every 4 years she uses one vote. But many precede and many will follow. Waiting all day in line's a tough pill to swallow. But it'll all be worth it at last. When the policy changes, you won't finally pass. There's more than one damn election. Voting in just the big primary's a mistake to make real changes. You vote for who it takes. Fire starts to burn with local embers. Sheriffs and mayors and school board members, although they might not sound important enough, they make local changes that can trickle on up. There's more than one damn election. Voting in just the big primaries a mistake to make real changes. You vote for who it takes. Every vote's important, even if there's a lot of them. General, local, special, off year, and midterm. You say it doesn't seem like that long ago. But keep up to date on your voting places and go. There's more than one damn election. Voting in just the big primaries a mistake to make real changes. You vote for who it takes. 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 You vote for who it takes.
Yes, so fun. Yeah, I remember, I think might have been last year in 2019, like New York had a special election in February for the city public advocate, just something really random where I think like 5,000 people voted.
Yeah, it just it differs state to state and you have to keep up on it. And I've become increasingly aware of that in the last few months and moving to New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like tip for people, life pro tip, set a Google alert for special election your state, special election your city, so that you get an alert if there's a special election or in your county. If you know, that's the thing for people that live outside of cities.
I'm gonna go do that right after this show.
Absolutely, do it. Yeah, like set a Google alert for the special elections because yeah, they often are just kind of randomly. If you are not really good with keeping up with local news, like you don't watch the TV 11 o'clock news, you're not going to hear about it. Or if you subscribe to your local paper.
It's really election by election.
Totally, absolutely. All right, Such a great message. Thank you for giving it to us. We're going to see you later for more.
Awesome. Thanks. See
All
ya.
right. Cool. Next up, we have Marissa Hecker. Yay! Hey, Marissa.
Hey! Awesome. Oh, I'm so good. How are you, Jennifer?
I'm good. Where are you? You look like you're somewhere much larger than you.
I'm in a chateau, my grandmother's chateau in South Florida, actually.
Oh, fun. Are you near Trump and his girlfriend?
Yeah, I just saw him outside, and I didn't throw the tomato at him like I was planning to, so next time.
Probably better. I don't want you to get arrested before the show. So you clearly have an audience with you.
I have a very vocal audience, and I'm so grateful for everyone who is joining us on the stream.
Cool. Well, why don't you go ahead and set up your video for us?
Of course. So I don't know if you can hear my grandparents in the background screaming. So my video is, the first one is a love letter to the most wonderful young woman in Congress right now. She is doing everything that the progressive movement needs. As a democratic socialist, and she doesn't take super PAC money, and she is very attractive in my opinion. So I just wrote a little ode to AOC for everyone to enjoy.
Awesome. Let's see your ode to AOC. Cheer us up a little.
What is it about you? You're smart, you're tough, you're hot. AOC, we're nothing without you. You've taught us all a lot. Remember Crowley in 2018, a well-established guy. But Miss Cortez stepped right onto the scene and hung him out to dry. 'Cause AOC, you once were a waitress. You rose above. Now we're in love. Okay, it's AOC. White men despise you. You shut them down with grace. AOC, you dunked on Ted Yoho and put him in his place. They're simply shocked by your quickness and wit without a shady past. No super PACs or corrupt lobbyists, the right is flabbergasted. AOC, if that is your real name, for $10,000, a significant amount of money, will you debate with me so I can interrupt you multiple times? AOC, hypothetically speaking, when you hoot and holler like my doctor wife, you are a threat to me. Go ask Rashida or Ilhan Omar how much they love the squad. And Bernie Sanders says you are the star. Minorities applaud for AOC. You lift up the voiceless. Healthcare for all. Who has the goal today? Like AOC was just born this morning. Too loud, too young, too left. Socialist. Ugh. I give you fair warning. Your elders are verklempt. You want to bust
gerrymandering laws and make state houses fair. You want to pry from conservative claws and give all folks their share. Oh, AOC! Tomorrow the White House will aim so high. You win, I'll cry. Why not? It's AOC. AOC, already a legend. It's been 2 years. You calm our fears. Hooray for
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. That was so crazy to see live.
Yeah, it's just, just AOC makes me happy. And we just need happy right now.
Just one candidate, just one person who works in politics who's like not crazy corrupt, please.
Just so smart and always on the ball and not corrupt and like being the person we wish they would all be. Ugh.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, well, we're going to see you later for more. Miss Hecker, heck yeah. All right.
See you later.
And next up, we have Kamala, who has a really awesome name.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Yeah, we just have a little bit of delay, though. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I think my Wi-Fi is acting up right now.
It happens. That's okay. So for your song, we have a co-writer, right? We have Caitlin. So let's bring her on, too, so she can say hi.
Hi,
Caitlin. How are you?
Great. Everyone's songs are so wonderful to listen to.
Yay!
So
Yeah, I know.
fun.
This is half the fun, is getting to see what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
All right. So your song's an original song, right?
Ours is a parody as well.
Yeah.
We went the Disney route instead of Broadway this time.
Disney route. Okay. All right. So why don't you tell, I don't know who wants to set up the song for us.
Go for it.
So we did a parody of Rapunzel's I've Got a Dream, and instead it is I'm Voting Blue, and it is written from our perspective to you other voters who maybe have felt like lessening your ideals for a candidate isn't where you want to be in this election. It's a reminder that, there's always a better path. And so we're getting out to the polls and voting blue this November because there's a lot on the line for a lot of people around the world.
All right. Well, let's see it.
We're corrupted, cruel, and classist. We've seen a rise in fascists, and violence-wise our hands are not the cleanest. And between our falling wages, no health care, and kids in cages, we've got some work to make this place the greatest. Can't you see us at the polls come this November? Voters new and old, that's me and you. Yep, I'd rather be called commie than given to the Nazis. So come November 3rd, I'm voting blue. I'm voting blue. I'm voting system's totally outdated. Police have better funding than our schools. Climate change is real, billionaires don't work, they just steal. Church and state somehow mix, human rights are politics. And if you're not a straight white rich man, you are fucked. But we know there's hope, no really. We have Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and AOC. Biden-Harris may not be all that you wanted to see, but voting includes reps in House and Senate. I'm voting blue, I'm voting blue. Cause if Trump wins one more time, I'll start a coup. Grab your ballot, grab your pen, at the polls or mail it in. Get ready to elect, I'm voting blue. I'm voting blue, I'm voting blue. So rally up all friends and buckaroos, we're one big crew. Call us leftist liberal snowflakes, gotta go clean up our mistakes. So this November 3rd, I'm voting blue. I'm voting blue. I'm voting blue. I'm voting blue. Yes, come November 3rd, I'm voting blue.
Yay! So fun. Awesome song.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I love getting to hear Kamala sing again.
Very lovely. Yeah. I don't know
Thank
how
you.
it happened. I didn't do this on purpose, but we wound up with like 4 different songs that are about settling for voting for Biden.
I think that's just like the general mood for like a lot of our generation, though, that it's not
You know
what
what?
we're
I
excited
don't
about.
care. I'm happy. I'm voting. I got the shirt.
We're doing it.
I'm excited.
I don't care why you go out and vote blue. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. Still good. All right, ladies. Thank you so much. We'll see you
you.
later. Bye. Okay. So up next we have Anchel. Parody and Blue regular Anchel. Hi, you're muted.
Now you can hear me.
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Is your city on fire?
That's a good question. Oh yeah, New Jersey. We're trying.
We're trying. Hey.
Yeah.
At least you're not an anarchist city. Like, really.
Yes. You know, it's just so surprising, honestly. What has been said, which has to deal with my song. So getting into it, I wrote a song with
you and I both did songs with kind of similar themes. Mine'll come later, but so yours was kind of I want to hear you set this duet, because you kind of got like existential and artsy more than we normally do, but I'm here for it.
Yes. So I did a song with my sister. She stars in it. That we did from a musical.
What's your sister's name?
Alicia. I should probably tell you that. Hi. So we did it from a musical. Let's see, you guess, because that's the game tonight. And it's all about how I felt for the last 4 years, like common sense has left America, and how I feel like with this election, we have a chance to get it back. So I wanted to make this song about the journey of common sense coming back.
Yeah, so I'm not going to name the musical because we're definitely doing Guess the Musical, it seems, tonight. But the musical is about a journey that a poor soul has to take to find, I don't know, good, happiness, love. So this is about the journey that common sense has to undergo to come back to America. All right, let's see it.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the.
They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
But we have some bad hombres here.
That I will faithfully execute. The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
You are fake news. Sir,
Nobody ever brings up China. They always bring Russia, Russia, Russia. Fake news.
I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant. Fake news. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection?
America? Hey, it's common sense. I haven't seen you since Trump and Pence. Where are they? Girl, you didn't know? America left a long time ago. Where are they? That's not your business. Wherever they are, you'll need some sense. And what if I said they're in ignorance? Ignorance? Ignorance. 6 feet under past indifference. They went there after you had left and they had to have their own election. No. So, you look for them after 4 years. I was thrown away, but now they need me there. You got a brain? Yes. Then you can't find the address. Of course, there is a way, but I don't think I should say. But there is a way. Yeah, around the back end. That's not an easy life track. But you could just make it for the vote, so you really want to go. They all need me. Aww. They all need you. Well, let's see if that's true. How to get to ignorance? You gotta leave the land of sense. Take off your mask, cough in your hand, blending in and being one with the land. Ain't no compass, sister, no Google Maps, just Fox News and lots of Karen traps. Don't think when you talk and don't look back till you make it to the bottom land. Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming to. The right wings have a long wingspan. They fly above, shit where they can. Climb the wall they said would be built. Police beating whoever fight back. They may ignore you, or most will, if you got the shade, if you keep down your head. But if Lady Luck turns away instead, just get your hands a-raising. Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming to, I'm coming to. You're on the lam, you're on the run. Get ID, they'll question where you're from. Twitter's now your only teacher. Think too much and they will target you. They'll suck your brain, suck your breath. All those Trump ads could just be your death. They'll siphon money to clean up their mess. Killing sense is more than common. Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming to, I'm coming, wait for me. Wait. I hear the people calling. Wait. I was held for long years and the ballot's calling. Wait. And we are not alone. Wait. The party lines are blown. Wait. With me we are strong. I'm coming. Vote. Vote. Vote.
Yes. Oh gosh. Okay, Angela, everybody is going crazy and saying the editing is amazing. Did you do the editing?
Yes, I did. It
Yes,
was
you
a long
did. Everyone
journey.
thinks you should get an Emmy.
Yay! Thank you. That would be great.
All right, so tell us what musical that was. See who guessed
That
right.
That is from Hadestown. You guys get 1,000 imaginary points if you guessed Hadestown.
Yay! And that was the song they did on the Tonys. So even if you didn't see it, if you watched the Tonys, you've heard that song.
Yes.
All right, that was wonderful. Okay, good work. We'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
All right, so before I bring on the next person, I just want to put the Venmo payment information and PayPal payment on the bottom again. I know several people have requested that. So if you missed that in the beginning, please, these artists' work, you can see these videos are amazing. They take a lot of work, believe me. You cannot just bang this out in a couple hours. This is like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So please, and all of these artists, like, our theaters are closed. We have no summer stock. We have no tours. We don't even have any cabarets. Everything is closed. So please support the arts during this crazy time with a $10 suggested donation. Send it to the info scrolling below. And please do note which performer you're supporting so they get credit. And if it's a Marissa, make sure you put an initial or something so I know which Marissa, because there are 2 Marissas. Everyone else, just a first name is fine. But yeah, make sure you let me know who gets the credit for it. All right, guys, we'll put that up again at the end as well. Don't worry, you'll get plenty of options to see it if you didn't get to see it just now. All right, so tonight, now we're going to bring on our one truly live act of the evening. For some stand-up, we have Marissa McCool.
God, this is just like every theater group I've ever been in. A whole bunch of really talented people who do musical theater, and then the misanthrope with purple hair is also like here, like, when are we going to do some not musical, because I can't sing.
Oh, we need you too. We need people who write jokes for us.
Well, fortunately, I've attempted to do that. I was in the far, far north reaches of Minnesota, like, hey, nothing bad can happen while I'm trying to be funny. Oh.
How are you doing?
I live in Minneapolis, so that's been fun.
So you're in a swing state.
Not only a swing state, but you've asked every city if they're on fire. Mine actually was, and it's not as fun as you think.
Well, I hope it's okay now.
Nothing at the moment, as far as I can tell.
All right, awesome. Well, cool. So I will step aside and let you do some stand-up and just give us a holler when you need me to come.
So yeah, my name is Marissa McCool. I'm trans, I'm a grad student, and like I said, I lived in Minneapolis, so my life has just been amazing for the past 6 months. Depending on the time of day, I'm either so powerful that I'm the reason Trump won, or I'm too weak to be in the military. I mean, don't even get me into playing sports, but just in case, I'm trans, I play football, there's nothing you can do about it. However, most days, I like to find my silver linings where I can. You know, even mushroom clouds have silver linings, I'm told. Sure, there's a pandemic. Like I said, my city was on fire. My existence gets to be a political issue for the second straight presidential election. And moving to a PhD program is going to be impossible because, you know, you have to apply a year in advance and colleges are already deciding they can't take on new students for the next year. But, you know, social distancing is kind of nice, I guess. Like, it's good to know that at least under some circumstances, all that time I spent terrified of people paid off somehow. Everyone's all afraid. I'm afraid to go out. I'm afraid to get near anyone. I'm afraid to use the bathroom. And I'm all like, I'm trans. So, you know, same, but always. My partner and I often find ways to stay at home and not have to talk to anyone, but we're not used to getting hashtags in support of it. Speaking of which, I know we're all probably tired of hearing phrases like social distancing and quarantine, or 11 months is okay to hold up a nomination, but 45 days isn't. But there's some truly bizarre shit with this pandemic, too. For instance, parks were allowed to stay open, but the bathrooms were closed. I'm sure for a lot of people, they can go somewhere without having to use the bathroom, but ask any trans girl how long she can go without needing to pee, and I'm sure after she gets back from the bathroom, she'll tell you. A few weeks after lockdown started, most of these parks got porta potties, because if there's anything more fun than using the public bathroom as a trans person, it's using a porta potty if you're literally anyone ever. Public restrooms are somehow unsafe and filled with germs, but these monuments to the grossest of humanity are the safer alternative. The only upside to that is I don't have to worry about anyone following me into it to see if I'm using the wrong one. There's another great part of being trans. People so convinced that you're a creep or using the wrong bathroom that they follow people into the restroom and insist on checking out your genitals. Y'all got some issues you need to work out, don't you? I mean, I every day I get told how people aren't interested in trans people and how we're gross and nobody's attracted to us. But all those messages y'all leave in our inboxes say something else. Like, just because we're not the sentient versions of your Pornhub searches doesn't mean you can take it out on us violently. Another thing that's weird is they put gloves and hand sanitizer by the gas pumps because of COVID. And no, I don't think it's weird that they put them there. It's weird that they didn't decide to do that until freaking now. Really? Getting gasoline on your hands lingers longer than Mitch McConnell vetting a judicial candidate. Why didn't we always have hand sanitizer there to at least help it go away? Is it because it's yet another thing that threatens cis men who are convinced that wearing a mask during a pandemic makes them weak? I don't know. If I have to wash off the smell of gasoline from my hands, people might think I'm gay. No, I like my burger to taste like I just dragged it out from a Shreveport junkyard. That's the way it's meant to be, you beta cuck. So glad I don't have to pretend to be cis or straight anymore. Y'all put so much goddamn pressure on yourselves to conform to the weirdest shit for the sake of what genitals you were born with. Nice name. Did your mother give it to you? Like, I personally, if you're cis and straight, I don't agree with it, but like, I respect your lifestyle choice. Like, just don't hit on me or whatever. I agree with your having rights and all, just as long as I don't have to know about it in any way, shape, or form, because that's what rights are after all, right? I swear, y'all always tell us that we're the ones obsessed with genitals, but at least we don't announce ours by burning down 3 fucking states. You'll have to forgive me. I've had way too much time to read. My concept of time has completely gone out the window. I not only forgot Parody in Blue was today, but I'm also pretty sure I didn't remember what year it was. According to the calendar, it's 2020, and according to the upcoming election, it's 1954. What a weird fucking time. After a 48-year election cycle, this is the best we could come up with? Somehow, with the primary season beginning the day after Schmucka LaRange was elected, we ended up with these two? Or as I like to call it, the shootout at the OK Boomer Corral? I've always wanted to see 2 white men in their 70s bring the debate to new heights, like who can get more defensive quickly, who can project onto the other what they're actually doing themselves, or who could have done more push-ups in high school. If I wanted to listen to overcompensating wannabe alpha males compete over who had the bigger class ring, I'd go to my high school reunion. And yet, I'm voting for Joe Biden because, well, I'd like to fucking survive. I mean, sure, there's that not wanting to be legislated out of existence and, 15,000 people being kicked out of the military and our existence being debated every 6 weeks with the same fucking arguments. Here, I'll do every argument you have. Identify as an attack helicopter. Haha, you cut it off. That's it. Y'all had 6 fucking years of this, and you have the same 2 unoriginal jokes from whichever shock jock podcast host you stole them from. Get some new material. That's all I'm saying. But, I'd also like to not wake up and find out that the president nuked Finland because they laugh reacted to one of his accidental advertisements with Nazi imagery on it. But imagining what this guy could do with somehow less restraint than he already showed by, blatantly breaking the law literally every time he spoke and daring someone to do something about it. Joe Biden may not be the most exciting alternative in the world, but I at least think if someone tells him something is illegal, he might go, oh, okay, maybe I won't do that. All the same, only this generation could have presented us with an election that turned us all into hipsters who hear one of their friends playing a song that was ever on the radio or something. Fine, whatever. No, I'll do what I'm supposed to do, but I'm going to be rolling my eyes the whole time I do it. There's a campaign slogan. Biden 2020. Okay. I probably know someone way better, but they're kind of obscure and you probably never even heard of them. Yeah. I live 2 miles from the massive civil uprising that happened. That was definitely an experience, having tanks in your city and driving to work and seeing smoke rising from downtown. The national media, they were definitely more focused on showing how the AutoZone burned down than they were addressing the reasons that actually happened, but that's another story. All the while, people who were being encouraged and emboldened by the president himself came in and started fights and burned shit down, knowing full well that black people would be blamed for it. Then the police indiscriminately fired less lethal weapons at people for any reason whatsoever, and the people who drive vehicles into crowds get protected and released without charges. And after all that, 1/3 of the Minneapolis police force are the ones who requested disability because of PTSD? That'd be like Trump trying to apply for disability because of how the last 4 years of his own presidency affected him. Sure, half the country burned down, but people said mean things about him, so they're just as bad. Ironically, he and his supporters are also the ones who complain about victim culture, but a cloth mask can apparently shatter their entire gender identity. They call us the snowflakes, but being told to go fuck themselves is the equivalent of systematic racism and state-sponsored bigotry. Oh yeah, and then he gets to show videos of all of this happening during his own presidency and go, hey, see this? This is what it'll be like if the other guy wins. Trump 2020, we didn't start the fire, but if you elect the other guy, he's going to start a fire that's totally not already here on my watch, but it's tremendous. It's the biggest fire that's ever happened. I didn't do it, even though I'm showing you a video of it right now. It's what it's going to be like if it happens, but it's my fire, the greatest fire ever, but I didn't start it because it's because of me. Something about turning tremendous. I'm voting for Biden, but we somehow couldn't find a candidate to get people excited to vote against a toddler tantrum with nuclear weapons. But once again, that's just 2020 in a nutshell, isn't it? I guess I'll go vote for the guy who isn't endorsed by all the white supremacists, but I don't have to like it. America has gone from the greatest country on earth to, hey, maybe it sort of kind of wouldn't be as bad possibly if we don't reelect the fascist wet dream, unless some black football players kneel during a song I like, then, both sides or whatever. Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Marissa. That was awesome. Everyone really likes your hair and your jokes.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. We'll see you later. Okay. So next we're bringing back the other Marissa. She's running. Where is she going? It's like a little hunt.
Hey, back. I'm back.
You're back. All right. How are you doing?
Oh, good. I'm in the bathroom, of course. Just where else would I be streaming?
That's where we stream from now. All right. Okay, cool. So since we've already talked with you a little, I have not remembered to ask people this. Are you doing any fun election activities lately?
Yes. So I've been in South Florida, escaping from everything going on in the city for the past 6 months or so. I am planning on going back to New York on Saturday, actually. In the meantime, here I've been doing some phone banking in Palm Beach for Biden, as well as occasionally, attending protests with the local Black Lives Matter chapter. And I hope I will be able to do some volunteering for the polls, like some poll worker volunteer stuff.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome sauce. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna exhort us in your next song to vote. Is there anything you want to say about it?
Honestly, it speaks for itself, and you'll know exactly what song it is when it starts.
All right, let's see it.
I want you to know I'm not happy for them. The choice feels meaningless. They win, yet we don't. It was 2016, and we were glued to a screen, watching our current democracy losing. She won the popular vote, but it just felt like a joke. We didn't know all the tricks they were using. 'Cause I know that we're sick of the shit that we've seen for the last 4 years, but baby, it's not the end. And though we're disillusioned, we know the election is about more than president, more than Dems. Use some common sense, and I'm here to remind you of the right that we must exercise. So don't get apathetic. Even leftist leaders will emphasize you ought to vote. We very well that Harris loved the cops and Biden's policies were racist and wrong. And there's the alternate choice, the loud Republican voice. I don't think any of us feel supported by current legislation. It's breaking up our nation, and any media will be contorted. 'Cause we gotta critique all the shit that they pulled in the past and fully hold them accountable. Yeah! But every time you just sit down and give up, don't you know that you're helping Trump? Such a schmuck, the two parties suck. But I'm here to remind you to support progressive policy. It makes way for the real change. Gotta be the hope that you wanna see. You ought to vote. Cause the game that we play is on a national stage, and it's not gonna fade as soon as you close your eyes. And you know it. And abolitionists like AOC and Ilhan Omar are part of it. With Biden Harris, and I'm here to remind you why it's crucial to vote blue across the board. Supreme Court, their decision shape the issues that cannot be ignored. Like ACA, giving health care to 20 million Americans, reversing global warming and defunding an unjust law system. You ought to vote.
Oh my god, so good.
Thank you so much.
So good. Oh gosh, I meant to. I need to ask you after I watched that. Like, so was someone just like walking behind you with the camera like that, or were they like on a dolly?
Literally, no. So my amazing high school voice teacher from down here, Ben Bagby, is like this audio video editor extraordinaire, and he had a little stabilizer that he had his camera on, and he was literally, we were trying out to see which corridors would have enough length and the lighting. So that was his work.
You get to be outside. Hey. Uh-oh, we lost you for a second. All right. Yeah. So, and yeah, raise your hand if Obamacare gave you health insurance. Yeah, people in the comments. And, you know, they're suing to remove it. And if we get this new justice, that could be it for Obamacare. So, you know, elections are really important.
They are.
All right. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, awesome, Marissa. Thank you. We're going to see even more of you later.
See you later, Jen.
Yeah,
we're in the bathroom.
All right, so next we have Talia again. You're muted.
Sorry again. I'm like cheering. I'm like, yes, everyone's song. Sorry. Yes, I'm back.
Yes, she's so into it. All right. So yeah. So let me ask you, since it's your second round up, you've been doing any exciting election activities lately?
Actually, my number one activity is research. With
like the Harvard Law School, all their stuff is online. So just to do research, I love doing research. I research toothpaste. So researching the election, yes, research these candidates, because a lot of times you can get bombarded and you're like, you get to the polls and like, I think I've saw them in an ad before, and we should be able to step it up and do our due diligence.
Awesome. That's awesome. You should offer your research services to your friends. That's what I do. I'm like, hey, if you don't know who to vote for, I will tell you. Because I am more than happy to tell you who to vote for. All right. So I love your next song. You want to set up anything for us?
Yes. Actually, in this one, I'm channeling like an auntie inside like a club, just singing her little heart out. Yeah, because it's a little somber, all the stuff I'm talking about. But yes, it's like the legendary we're doing Guess the Musical. So technically, yes, it is a musical. And that's it. I really like the song, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
Absolutely. All right, let's see it.
But I am asking you, why aren't you voting? Your vote counts more than you know. Ideas for voter obstacles I can show. November 3rd's the date. Unless mailing in, you should have already done it, but get your ballot today. We're not voting without you. I know the whole electoral college thing. Don't get distracted, stay focused. There are reasons why you should be voting. Oh, please say that you're voting. But I am asking you, why aren't you voting? Even though their voter suppression is showing, and hearings on mail sorting, they may change the polling place. Shelby County versus Holder 2013. Some places may try to close, but you can still vote as long as you stay in line. In 2016, less than a 4% margin. In some states, well, I'm not waking up post-election day and finding that 45 still there. Voting's the only way, please register today and check your voting requirements. Not everywhere requires ID, so ask all the questions and follow all the money. If you don't like what they're doing, then vote them out. That black square on Instagram and fighting on Facebook is not gonna change things. I want you to believe. So I am pleading with you, please vote, yeah. But do your research to find out who you support. Voting's the only way to respect Selma's bloody Sunday. We're not voting without you. Don't let the media doubt you. The polls don't mean a thing. So get ready and get registered. I want you and you and you to say that you're voting. Oh, yeah. Please say that you're voting. Yeah. Vote, please. Please vote. Please vote. Vote, please. Please stand at your
Yeah. So good. Killing it with the Dream Girls. Yes.
Oh, don't you just love Dream Girls? Oh my
So good.
god.
I've been in Dream Girls amazingly enough.
Oh,
the white girl that steals their song. Like, all the other songs from backstage because I'm not. There's no
because it's Dream Girls. You got to sing along. What are you gonna do? Sing along. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, so fun. All right. Thank you so much, Talia.
Thank you.
We'll see you again later.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So then we got Susanna coming back.
Live from the closet again. Hello.
You look so professional right now.
Thank you.
All right. Well, are you doing any exciting election stuff lately?
I applied to work election day, so we'll see how that goes. It's been a process going from my Texas ID to New York while everything is shut down, but that happened, and I got registered to vote.
Awesome. Great. Okay. So speaking of being able to vote, that's what your next song is about.
Yes. So when, a lot of people talking about how they don't want to vote, they don't have anyone they want to vote for, and yet we still in this country have the ability to vote. It doesn't get taken away even if you're not feeling like it. And
for the moment, at least.
Absolutely. And a lot of different people and different groups throughout history, some of which I didn't even know about before, like Talia was saying, researching this season, research. There are a lot of people who fought hard to get us something that a lot of people take for granted.
Absolutely. Yeah. We did that whole show last month about the 19th Amendment and what it did and did not accomplish. Yes. That is on my channel, everyone. You can go back and see that entire last show about the 19th Amendment, and it's pretty awesome too. Check it out.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we want to check out Susanna's song. Let's see it.
Saying that I can make it hard for Democrats. That's called voter suppression. Their vote's the only vote. Acting like a regal. My mind is saying seagulls, but that shit is illegal. And I say fuck no. Saying Republican, making it hard for Democrats. That's called voter suppression. Their vote's the only vote. Important to us to electing people into, even though you don't have to. You've got the right to vote. Starting in the 1800s, women fought. Well, they've been fighting for so much longer, but now we're talking suffrage with parades and silent vigils and hunger strike. But we've still got a long way going. A lot of groups are being kept from polling. It's in the loopholes, but they're hiding patriarchy deep inside us, while we still have the power to change. Gotta spread that power out. Saying Republican, making it hard for Democrats. That's called voter suppression. Their vote's the only vote. Acting like the regal. My mind is saying seagulls, but that shit is illegal. And I say fuck no. Saying Republican, making it hard for Democrats. That's called voter suppression. Their vote's the only vote. Important to us to electing people into, even though you don't have to. You've got the right to vote. Don't forget Native Americans. All immigrants are BIPOC Americans. And people with disabilities have had disenfranchisement, keeping the people mad. Why do they still pull Jim Crow? Make it easy for the whole electorate to go vote. So don't
Bishop, Nicholas DeBelvo, Katzenbach, John Lewis, Carrie Chapman, Cat LaCouche, Monsu, Zimby, Anthony Alice, Lucy Burns, and more like. Saying people packing, making it hard for Democrats. That's called voter suppression. Their votes the only vote. Acting like they're regal, precious they say like Smeagol, but that shit is illegal, and I say fuck no. Saying people packing, making it hard for Democrats. That's called voter suppression. Their votes the only vote. Important to us to elect and people in it, even though you don't have to. You've got the right to vote.
Yes, I really love that you rhymed something with Smeagol.
It just came to me.
That was my favorite. I loved it. Oh gosh, such a great job! And the parody was on point, but I love the filming. It was.
Thank you. I got creative. Pretty much all of this was just right in my little apartment. So I got creative with these.
People, apparently, huh?
What did you say?
You're one of our Geek Life people, huh?
Yes, and that wig has made appearances already.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of overlap with you and Marge.
It's the parody crowd. What can I say?
It really is awesome. All right, thank you so much, Susanna. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Jessica. You're muted. Hey, there you are. Hey, Jessica.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. How are you?
Fabulous. Oh my God. I'm watching all of these phenomenal ladies. I'm like, oh my God, I have to go after all of these women. Oh, it's been so much fun. It's so great watching all the funny people out there. It's so much fun. So
awesome. And where are you?
I'm in Long Beach, California.
Oh, so you're in the Pacific time zone. It's super early.
Damn, it's only 5:20. I can still have a glass of wine when we're done.
Oh man. I was so bad because I'm like, I don't like doing shows late on the East Coast, but then everyone's like, I'm not gonna be home from work yet on the West Coast. So I'm like,
yeah, thankfully I work at a cafe in the morning. So I was like, great, done by like 1 o'clock and just here doing the thing. I'm so nervous.
Oh no, don't be nervous. Well, you are the most blatant of our settle for Biden crowd because you basically wrote
just said it.
Settle for Biden.
Right out.
Everyone else it was kind of oblique, like we're not enthused, and you're like, nope, settle for Biden.
Subtlety is not my strong suit, as we're about to learn.
Awesome. Well, let's see it.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
When you go to a deli and want a club sandwich, but all they have are BLTs, you let out a sigh, you hold back a cry, and you say, all right, I'll take one, please. It's not what you want, but at least you'll get fed. Who knows, maybe your palate will widen. And just like you settle for sandwiches, you've got to settle for Biden. No doubt a turkey baguette would hit the spot right now, or perhaps a fresh croissant with avo smash. Tomato on crostini, or a freshly pressed panini with a side of Rutgers Law degree hash. But sadly this cafe's all out of Swiss and Sanders Sandos, and we know your hunger's raging like Poseidon. But the only thing they're serving, though a little bit unnerving, is a smiley Sammy known as Joe Biden. Remember we were hungry back in 2016, and a spicy saucy hoagie looked so nice. We had it in the bag, but we hit a big ol' snag with aroma of a buttery meal spice. The flavor fever made us nervous, and a bunch of men went wild at the thought of having unfamiliar grub. And now look at what happened. Those white guys all are laughing as they eat their sexist, racist meatball sub. Look, I know this metaphor is quite ridiculous, but let's be honest, this pandemic's got the best of us. And damn it, there's a shred of hope for USA if the Dems unite and settle for a Wonder Bread PB&J. Look, we've done this before. I know you want more, but sometimes we settle for less. We've settled on houses. We've settled for spouses, employees and cars, and the rest. 4 more years we can't take. There's too much at stake, so please, don't third party, don't write in. Just like you settle for sandwiches, you've got to settle for Biden.
Just a little boop at the end.
Oh God, I love that. That was great. I will say, you know what? Obama spoiled us. That's the problem.
You know, I guess that's what happened.
Honestly, like, have we ever liked a candidate as much as we liked Obama? Like, nobody wanted John Kerry.
True.
Nobody wanted Al Gore. Nobody wanted Bill Clinton.
Right. And how
like,
dare
we settle all the time. It's just Obama was so good.
How dare we have standards and hope?
Oh, I know. All right.
Well.
I will be settling for Biden.
Heck yeah, baby. If 2020 was a sandwich.
Oh, God. All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. We'll see you later. Okay. So next up, we're bringing back Amy and Maddie.
Hi, guys.
Got one.
Hi, there she is.
Hi.
Hi. So,
all right. So you guys been doing any exciting election activities?
Exciting election activities. Thinking about suicide, I guess. Yeah, no, just doing my research.
I'm working on creating awareness on disability politics. So that's kind of the area I'm into. Either candidates are very on the forefront of those issues. I wish they were, but we'll do the best we can.
Yes. Well, and you guys have connections to Maine, so I hope you are exhorting everybody you know.
Oh yeah,
in Maine.
Oh yeah, that too. We want Susan Collins out.
We want out Susan Collins, and Maine is a swing state. Every electoral vote counts. Mm-hmm. It better not come down, because Maine splits theirs. It better not just come down to the Maine 2 district electoral vote. All right. So tell us about your second song. This one is an original, right?
Yeah, this one is, I just wanted to make sure we had a little bit of variety. So we got a parody and an original in here. And I knew that everybody was going to be going with talking about actually Biden or Trump, so I wanted to see if I could do something a little bit out of the box and talk about some of the lesser known but also really, really, really crazily bad candidates that are in Trump's cabinet that you will also be electing if Trump gets elected again. So hope this teaches you all a little something.
Yep, because you're not just electing the president, you're electing the whole circus that comes with him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see it.
Now we all know that Trump's a badly written cartoon villain come to life, but we've got some dismal news for you in store.
Even if there was a plane crash and this snooky Hitler love child died, the end is not in sight, 'cause there's so many more. Take, for instance, Stephen Miller. He's the president's advisor, an extremist advocating for Caucasians, living up to his appearance as a miserable vampire. He says racism's in your imagination.
How about Gina Haspel? She's the current CIA director. Uses techniques called enhanced interrogation. That's a fancy phrase for waterboarding, beating, starving, and more. The evidence she ordered for destruction.
William Barr is the Attorney General, always looking for fights, like with AIDS patients, abortion, and marijuana. If you're still not sold on him, he also plays the bagpipes and blames Corona handling on Obama. It's a shit show, a total shit show. It's a terrifying, deadly game of whack-a-mole. It's a shit show. This team has got to go, 'cause if they say the shit will only grow. Betsy DeVos is pictured here, Secretary of Education.
Thinks not funding public schools will help them greatly. She takes rights from kids who are disabled without hesitation, and may or may not be the Sweetums lady.
In charge of Health and Human Services is Alex Azar. He tripled insulin costs for a bigger payday. Picked a Labradoodle breeder as coronavirus planner. His fraternity was called the KKK.
Sonny Perdue of Agriculture thinks that climate change is bogus. He used prayer as the answer to a drought. Got 19 million from his legislature for a fishing program, and built the center right next to his house.
It's a shit show, a total shit show.
It's a terrifying, deadly game of whack-a-mole. It's a shit show. This team has got to go, 'cause if they stay, the shit will only grow. So if you're thinking Trump is not a threat and more of just a doofus,
keep this clown car of a government in mind. Though Joe Biden probably won't be a very big improvement, he'll do just fine until we socialize.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies.
I hope you all enjoyed the visuals, and you'll have them in your dreams tonight.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, I hope this isn't too gross, but it's appropriate. I don't care. All right. Thank you, ladies. We'll see you later. Oh, gosh. Okay. So next is my second song. I don't want to set it up too much because it's already a long song. I'm just going to say it's spent a lot of time these last 4 years trying to explain how this whole thing makes me feel. The just constant sense of people are lying, people are going back on their word, people are being hypocritical, people are breaking norms, and it seems like nobody cares and nothing matters anymore, and I don't know how to deal with it. So I tried writing a musical theater song about it, and I'm not Idina Menzel, so I hope you appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see it.
If you take the blue states out, we're at a level that I don't think anybody in the world would be at. They send out millions and millions of ballots to anybody that's breathing.
But, Mr. President, that's not true.
I'm feeling crazy. I'm feeling crazy now. How is it that we're living in the darkest timeline? My nerves are on a fine line. I know you feel it. I know you feel it too. Each day it seems that Trump just sows more confusion, more and more news pollution. So though I can't imagine how, we've got to fix things right now.
It is going to disappear. It would go away without the vaccine, George. It would go away without the vaccine? Sure, with time. It goes many deaths. And you'll develop herd, like a herd mentality.
Because the only way we're going to lose this election is if the election is rigged.
Something has changed around here. Something is not the same. Somehow we've gotten tangled in a madman's nasty game. I can't take all the lying, can't take the unhinged tweets. It's time to join together for democracy. To keep, 'cause Trump is nuts, defying sanity, gaslighting us, defying sanity, and he will pull us down.
And then after that, we'll go for another 4 years because
they've stopped accepting limits. Laws and science says are so. Where are the checks and balances? In one fell swoop, we watch them go. We can't trust the institutions that it turns out are key. They've somehow ruined the Census, Postal Service, the CDC. The president's defying sanity. Conservatives all defying sanity. Our country's their playground.
It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I wish science agreed with you.
I don't think science knows, actually.
Unlimited. The damage is unlimited. And if he gets a second term, then he'll destroy it all, people. 'Cause this guy's truly crazy and also super lazy. A dangerous combination. Inciting riots, defying sanity. Crying voter fraud, defying sanity. Don't let him shut us down.
no one will be safe in Biden's America. Mob rule, rioting, looting, arson, and violence. There is violence and danger in the streets. The anarchists, the rioters, and criminals spreading mayhem. Left-wing anarchy.
So if we're gonna dump him, we need every last vote. 'Cause if it's not a landslide, that asshole will outright refuse to go. So if you wanna live in a land that's truly free, phone, text, write postcards, save our democracy. Let's stop this guy defying sanity. He makes me cry, defying sanity. It's time to get rid of this clown. No matter what his campaign tries, not fear-mongering or all their lies, he's never gonna bring us down. Bring us down. Fuck Trump.
Thank you guys. That was cathartic and fun to make. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Okay, so we got one more short video and then the credits, which I hope you all stay for. But before we get to that, I just want to put the payment information up one more time along the bottom of the screen. So again, these videos take a lot of work. They really do. And we hope you've enjoyed them. So please continue to support us in our political parody and political joke writing efforts. And Venmo suggested donation $10. And make sure you know which performer that you're supporting. And if it's a Marissa, make sure you put a last initial so I know which one it is. Okay, and I will put that up again. That will be in the credits again, and I'll put it in the chat later if you're missing it right now. Okay, let's bring up our last person. So we have Marissa again for one last time.
Yeah, Jennifer. Oh my God, I just want to reiterate how awesome that was. Like the passion, the fire is so real. So kudos.
Thank you. Oh, all right. Cool. So we're just, I just really wanted to like close the show with your short video because it's so action oriented. And the point of this whole show is not for us liberals to just sit around and be like, oh my God, Trump sucks. It is for everyone to feel like they are motivated to go and do something. Because if we don't do something, if we just sit around complaining, nothing is going to happen. Is there anything you want to say about this video before we get on it?
No, that is precisely what I wanted to say. So thank you for setting it up.
That is it. All right, let's see it.
It's 104 days since quarantine started and nobody knows when to end it. So the current fixation for our generation is making ourselves feel productive. Like maybe signing petitions and going to protest and helping people pay their bail. Discovering racism really exists. Wow. Releasing drug users from jail. Protecting trans women, arresting murderers, celebrating small towns.
I woke up today.
Boycotting companies, fighting misogyny, and wearing a goddamn mask. As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do before we vote this fall. So do your best and get some rest, 'cause we can do it all. So do your best and get some rest, 'cause we can do it all. The Gen Zs and millennials are starting a revolution.
Hey, sorry, we're trying to get everyone in the stream for the end, but yay! Thank you so much, Marissa, for giving that to us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
All right, so I want to thank everyone. Let's try and get everyone in here. So we have Angel. Yay! I just keep adding people. What will happen? Maddie, Marissa M, Ready Versus H, Talia, we've got Jessica, we've got Amy, and I think unfortunately we're missing. Oh, Kamala's coming. Here we go. Kamala! Yay! Musical chairs of stream. Yes. Okay, everyone, you guys did such a great job. Everyone, give yourself a huge. We don't get applause anymore. Let's get it on sale. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching the Parody in Blue show. We're going to do this again in October, I believe October 28th. But subscribe to this channel, Parody in Blue, and you'll be notified of it, and you'll see all the other videos, and you can watch the last live show, and you can watch this all again and enjoy it again, because it's awesome, and everyone did a great job. All right, have a good night. I'm going to turn on the credits.
Thanks, everyone.
We've had presidents be young.
We've had presidents be old. We've had presidents who died giving speeches in the cold.
We've had 5 who were named John and 6 who were named James.
What ain't we had? We ain't had dames. We've had a Speaker of the House
and 3 Secretaries of State.
But there's one last big glass ceiling for which we've had to wait.
We've had 4 Supreme Court justices, but still we have to yell. What don't we have? You know damn well. This idea that women are too emotional to be president is so dumb. LBJ once pulled his penis out to a reporter and nicknamed it Jumbo. So why can't we have a game? Simply no reason. There's no reason you can name why we shouldn't elect a dame.
No!
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.